So I'm going to show you the cone of shame training. Cone of shame is this guy, and Elizabethan collar is the other name. In Dutch I think it's kraag, and we use it after an operation when a dog would otherwise rip out its stitches with by gnawing at them with his mouth, or when a dog has an injury of some kind or allergies and it just keeps scratching. It's not all that humane to just stick it on the dog and hope he'll get used to it. The issue is generally when you've got a veterinary problem, you don't have weeks and weeks to get the dog used to it. So as boring as it sounds, it's actually a great idea to get your dog used to it way in advance, because you just never know. Every dog at some stage in their life is going to have an operation. So this is what it looks like. Some principles first. I know, babe, I know, you just want to train, huh? Yeah. You want to do some training? Yeah, I know. It's going to happen, boo. Yeah, it's going to happen. Who's a good boy? This is my guy, my little assistant, Mr. Bernard. He's such a good boy. And Bernie here has developed veterinary phobia. He's had very frequent procedures because of a chronic condition that he has, which were not all that invasive, but just the frequency of it already increased the risk that he would develop a problem with vets. Before all that, he was actually a fabulous patient. He would just let quite a lot of really invasive things happen, and now a vet just needs to look at him and he'll just do that deep growl like, approach me and I'll kill you type thing. So I'm really taking it really seriously. And the other reason that he's in this state is that he's had an orthopedic issue which required a pain test so that the vet could know what angle was painful. That was the cherry on the cake. Since that day, yes, poof. Don't lick the camera. Since that day, things have been going from bad to worse with his chronic vet visits. So what I'm doing now is I'm working with a vet who is fear-free certified here in the region. And at the same time, at home, I'm just working on all the potential veterinary interventions that either I or the vet are going to have to perform on him. And this way, we're going to get him used to being a good patient again. So today we're doing the Elizabethan collar. We've had quite a few sessions with it. Some principles, as I was saying. One principle is keep your sessions super short and keep your sessions high rep. That means that in 1 minute you can have, 10 reward moments at the very least. I'm going to show you what a reward moment is in a minute. The other principle is that you don't want the dog to feel like he's had to stay too long with his head in the Elizabethan collar, or that he had to stay too close to it before he was comfortable. So what we do is we never outstay the welcome of the collar. We just want to make the dog curious about it. Another principle is I'm not asking the dog to stick his head through. I'm just telling the dog, if you want, you can contact the thing and there's something in it for you. You don't have to touch it if you don't want to. But if you do, there'll be something in it for you. And then gradually, I'm asking him to do more and more, as in to get his head closer and closer to being inside the collar and then staying inside the collar. Before he gets his reward. So we're quite far in the process. And another essential thing is never push it down on him. On the contrary, what you're going to do is you're going to push it away from the dog. You do not want to outstay the welcome. So let's see if I can show you what he does. It's going to be pretty tricky with one hand, but let's try it.